Hi everyone, it's Jeannie from Makers Unify, and today I'm going to show you how you can take a tin can and turn it into spring decor. You can do this with any size tin can that you want. This is probably considered a medium. It was a soup can, and obviously the top is cut out because you took the contents out, and then I cut out the bottom and just flatten it a little bit, flatten it more on the bottom. And I didn't want to totally close it up so that it could prop up when I stood it up. So here I'm taking the IOD mold trimmings 2, and I'm going to use this for the lip of the tin can to put a little bit more of a decorative, to create, I guess, more of a decorative look for it. I like these IOD molds because they have this patented lip on them that makes it easy for you to kind of smash it down, I guess, and create your castings. So I do go ahead and I make 2 of these so that I have enough to wrap around the can. I want to apologize for the I guess the screenshots here or the view here, as I was doing this on a Facebook Live and I was also recording it, and I didn't totally have my project in the camera zone, I guess you would call it, and so some of it's cut off, and I apologize for that. And I will paint it on or brush it on, make sure that it's close to the edges so that it will stick well. And once you put this on, you do want to let it dry for probably an hour or so. And I do also like to put my castings on whatever project I'm working on. For the most part, I like to put them on when they are wet so that they can dry and adhere better to whatever project I am working on, because obviously if I dry this out flat on my surface, when I go to put it on the can, it's going to crack because I wouldn't be able to wrap it around the can. So I have 2 pieces, like I said, and I will cut off part of the second piece that obviously is going to make it too long. But I did leave some extra on it so that when I put it in to meet up the back seams, or the seams on the back, and you will see that I kind of like try and squeeze it together, or gently smash it together. I don't know how else to say that, because when this clay does dry, it does shrink up a tiny bit, especially when you're trying to put seams together. I didn't do a great job of it, but again, it's the back side of the can, so it's not a big deal, and I was able to cover it up pretty well. Trying to kind of smush the seams together without smashing it a bit too much. I think I take my tool in here a little bit and try and push it together just a little bit more so that it does, when it does dry, that it doesn't crack so much. So here I'm using the IOD Harper mold with the letters, and I'm spelling out the word spring. So again, using the Tight Bond glue, I'm going to go ahead and put this on and brush it on with the paintbrush just to make sure that all the edges are covered. So for painting the letters, I just grabbed my acrylic paint and I pulled out the colors that I wanted that were kind of more of a pastel color, which a lot of them are pretty, I guess, dark or vibrant. So I did go ahead and add some white to the different colors so that I could lighten it up and make it look a little bit more of a pastel color. And I do paint each letter a different color, and then I will go around on the trim, and first I painted the trim with the white or the same color as the can, and then I go for the flowers that are on the trim. The center of the flower, I do different colors to match the letters. So then I decided that I wanted to try a dry brush of the pink on the trim on the bottom. So I'm just going to go over this whole trim with the pink. And then, like I said earlier, I go over the center of each of the flowers and make it a different color. And here I'm taking the different colors that I used for the words or the letters, and I'm going to dry brush on the back and the front of the can just to give it a little bit more color. And then here I'm taking a white wax and I'm going to brush it on and wipe it off. This will help seal in the color a little better and give it a little bit more protection. So I had a couple of these styrofoam eggs, so I'm going to go ahead and paint 3 of them blue, and I'm going to use that for the decor inside of the can. So I have this flower foam, and I'm going to try and measure it out as best I can and cut it with my putty knife to fit inside of the can so that I can poke my flower arrangement through there, and then I will go ahead and put the eggs in there too. I left them on the toothpicks as I was painting them, so that came in handy. I'm also going to add this grass. I think it's called like a sisal grass. I'm not too sure. It's just a dry grass or kind of like strawy material to cover up the styrofoam, and then I will poke the 3 eggs through. I then cut out this piece of material from some fabric that I had and kind of frayed it up a bit to make it look old. If I would have thought ahead of time, I probably would have tea dyed it or coffee dyed it, but it worked out fine. I'm just going to tie it in a knot here and then glue the ends down. And then I'm going to grab a button from my button collection and put that in the center of my bow. So here's the final product, a cute and easy Easter, spring, decor that you can use for your home. And like I said, I left the bottom of the can open a little bit so then I can just set this on a shelf or anywhere where I want it to stand up. Again, this is Jeannie with Makers Unify. Thank you so much for watching and have a DIY day.